Hey guys, I'm Dan and welcome back to the basement Dino Dungeon. Yes, today we have plenty of new figures to unbox and to review. Let me show you guys a quick look, okay? Alright guys, first say hi to Tutu. He's sitting right here, okay, with me in the basement Dino Dungeon. So what are we going to do today? Firstly, let's unbox and review the chase and raw Tyrannosaurus Rex that can be transformed into a vehicle. At the same time, let's also take a look at the entire collection of the chase and raw dinos. Okay, right here we have 3 brand new danger packs: Borealopelta, Pyroraptor, as well as Dakosaurus, which means we can also do a mini collection of Akylosaurus, mini collection of Pyroraptors, and prehistoric marine reptiles. How exciting is that, okay? Let's open one of our last eggs right here from captive collection. I'll also be showing you guys the latest figures, okay? The Hunt and Charm Tyrannosaurus Rex, Hammond Collection Brachiosaurus, and Super Colossal Indoraptor. Are you guys ready for today's super epic video? Let's get right into it. Oh, we need to head over to Level 2 Jurassic World Midlands to pick up all the different Akylosaurus, Pyroraptors, as well as prehistoric marine reptiles. Are you guys ready? Follow me! Alright guys, we're now at Level 2 Jurassic World Midlands, so we have to pick up all the different Pyroraptors for comparison. Some Akylosaurus right here, which we also have the previous Sauropeltas and minis. And of course, we are going to pick up all the different marine reptiles for comparison too, okay? And of course, one Mosasaurus as the main Mosasaurus for comparison. So let's do this. Okay guys, so all the Akylosaurus, Pyroraptors, and marine reptiles from Level 2 Jurassic World Midlands are all in the box, okay? Okay, now let's pick up all the different figures from the mini shelves as well. So let's do this. Alright guys, we are now back at the basement Dino Dungeon. Check this out, okay? So plenty of Akylosaurus right here. The new figures are right here on the table. Pyroraptors, marine reptiles, more Akylosaurus. Are you guys ready? Let's go! Alright guys, check this out, okay? So basically our main focus of today will be the chase and raw Tyrannosaurus Rex, but I'm actually super excited about this Dakosaurus Danger Pack, new prehistoric marine reptile. Okay, so Dakosaurus is basically a pretty small marine reptile. This is actually the size, so it's much smaller than the Mosasaurus, okay? And Dakosaurus is actually known as the biter lizard, okay? So let's get the biter lizard out from the box. Alright, let me cut the strings loose. Be really careful not to cut the figure. So our very first Dakosaurus in my entire collection. Just check this out. So the face definitely looks like the face of a Mosasaurus, and you can see the flippers. You're able to move them, you're able to rotate them, but I don't think you're able to move them up and down. Let me try this. I don't think so. Yep. For the black flippers, you're able to rotate them as well, but you know, you aren't able to move them up and down as what you can do with the Mosasaurus. Of course, when it comes to the neck, you're able to move it up and down, which is kind of cool. The tail, you're able to rotate it. And yeah, in terms of the color scheme, I think this is looking pretty good, okay? It has a base color of a dark turquoise green. On top of it, you're able to find like a, you know, a very pale green cream color with dark brown stripes, which is pretty cool. Okay, so of course it comes with the scan code, so you guys may want to pause the video and scan this in your Jurassic World Facts app, which I'm gonna do it as well right now, okay? Right, so let's scan this into our Jurassic World Facts app right now, okay? Let me just turn up the volume for you guys. Alright, so this is basically the Dakosaurus in the ocean, looking very cool. Let's tap on it. Does it roar? Yep, it does. Super awesome. Some facts. Yep, you can see the size is actually kind of small. Just the width of 3 peaks can be found in different areas. in Africa, in South America. Pretty cool. Let's check out the AR. Alright. So there you go. Let's scale it down. Let's rotate it. Wow. It's looking very, very cool, okay? So now let's move on to the next item. Alright, now let's take a look at the chase and raw Tyrannosaurus Rex, which looks massive. So this is basically the latest transforming dinosaur figure, okay? Also from the same set, same series as all these different transforming, figures that we have reviewed a couple of days back. Alright, let's take a look at the back of the box. So it seems to be pretty big, and it comes with sounds as well. I'm pretty sure it's quite hard to actually transform this, so we have to figure it out later on, okay? So let's get this out of the box first. Let's cut the strings loose. Right, let's get the figure out from the box. Wow, it's looking very cool. So let's remove this. This basically stops it from roaring. So this is basically the Tyrannosaurus Rex that is looking very good. So let's have a close look at this T-Rex first before we transform it into a vehicle. So as you guys can see, this is the head, and it comes with a movable jaw, which is awesome. You're able to move it up and down. The eyes are painted in a very nice and cute manner. The arms, you can actually move them along. The legs, basically you are still able to see part of the robotic figure. And the tail, you can move it, you can push it in and out, which is kind of cool. Of course, the legs, you're able to rotate it as well. Okay, but I've just accidentally pressed the button on it, so let's try this again, okay? Nice. You're able to hear the roar of a T-Rex, which is kind of cool. Can this be open? I think this can be open when you want to transform it. So I think overall this looks kind of cool, but this part right here, I'm actually not a huge fan of the legs, that's for sure. But overall, I think this looks pretty good, and it's very huge if you compare it with the Giganotosaurus right here, okay? It's really, really huge. Alright, so I think it's time for us to figure out how to transform this into the vehicle. So let's try this. Alright guys, let's start to transform this Tyrannosaurus Rex into a vehicle. So let's do this. You close this right here, and then you need to open this one up, this part right here. Not able to open it fully, as you guys can see. I have no idea why, but let's try. Probably we have to use a bit more force. Let's try. Alright. Okay, so now I have bent the wheels out. Okay, and now flip it over here. Hey guys, I made some progress. Just check this out. The front part of the vehicle is out. Okay, so you guys can see it is almost looking like the vehicle right now. Just need a couple of steps more. Okay, now for the finishing touches, all we need to do, it's basically to close the canopy of the vehicle right now. So there you go. I think we are almost done. We just need to snap it on well, and yeah, it's ready to go, I guess. Right guys, so this is the vehicle. Of course, you can see the parts are actually quite loose. All I need to do is basically to fix it properly. But you can see we have a very nice vehicle right here, which we have transformed from the T-Rex. So this is really fun. It's not easy to assemble. It will actually take you some time, but I'm definitely going to transform this back into a Tyrannosaurus Rex and to display it as a Tyrannosaurus Rex, okay? What do you guys think? Should I display it as a vehicle or as a T-Rex? Let me know down below, okay? I'm just gonna put this on right here, and let's move on to other figures. Right, next, let's take a look at this beautiful Borealopelta, which is a new Akylosaurus, okay? Let's just take a look at the box. So you can basically find all the different new danger packs right here, which I'm super excited about. So let's have a look at this Borealopelta right here. and it is actually known as the northern shoe. It was an ankylosaur discovered in Canada. Okay, so let's have a look at this beautiful Borealopelta. It definitely reminds me of the previous Sauropelta right here, which we will have a closer look later on. So let's have a look at this. It looks really beautiful. Of course, you're able to find some similarities to the Akylosaurus as well. So let's check out the head. You're able to rotate it. You can move it up and down. And I really love the spikes on his body. It looks so cool. And right here, it has two huge spikes, you know, on both sides of the shoulder, which is quite similar to the Sauropelta. Of course, you're able to find really tough osteoderm right on top of the body right here, and of course plenty of spikes, which is quite similar to Akylosaurus, I would say. Okay, and all four limbs, it can be moved as well, which is pretty amazing. And in terms of the color scheme, I think this color scheme looks quite nice. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Of course, the toe claws unpainted, too bad, but overall I think this is a fantastic figure. You're able to rotate the tail as well, which is quite fantastic. You're able to move it up and down as well. Awesome stuff. So this is basically the code for you guys to actually scan in your Jurassic World Facts app. So pause the video and scan this, okay? So very nice. So let me scan this as well. Right, so let's scan this into our Jurassic World Facts app. Let's try this. There you go. Beautifully captured, guys. So wow, so you can basically find the terrain and the environment. It looks like a desert. Of course, you're able to rotate this. Let's tap on this to hear it roar. Pretty awesome. Some quick facts. Yep, as you guys can see, it was found in North America, which is like Canada, and it weighs about the weight of 2 cows, which is not that heavy, I suppose. And let's take a look at the AR feature. Let's scale it down. And you're able to rotate it as well. The pose looks kind of different right here. Yeah, very cool. Okay, let's move on to our next figure. Before we move on to our next figure, let's quickly take a look at some of the Akylosaurs for quick comparison. So right here, guys, we have two really beautiful Sauropeltas. Do you guys still remember what the Sauropelta means when it comes to its name? I think it means the shoed lizard, if I'm not wrong. If you guys know I got it wrong, please correct me down below in the comment section, okay? So we basically have two Savage Strike Sauropeltas, which were released a couple of years back. Okay, besides that, we also have another two Akylosaurs right here. Are you able to guess the name of these two figures? These two figures are actually quite old, if I'm not wrong, a couple of years back, and they are actually known as the Mini. So you can definitely see the similarities when it comes to the Akylosaurus and the Sauropeltas. And of course, I've brought a couple of Akylosaurus right here. This is basically one of the latest what would I call this? Raw Strikers, I think? Raw Strikers? Yep, that's right. So the tail is able to move, which is pretty cool. You just press it down and it will move along as well. So Akylosaurus is known as the fused lizard. My most favorite scene about the Akylosaurus was basically the scene where it was battling the Indominus Rex. I think that was a super awesome scene. Alright, let's move on to our next figure before we come back to more Akylosaurs. Okay, next item, let's open this, which is our last one. Okay, I'll probably get more because you guys really love watching me open some of these eggs right here. So let's see what we are getting this time. This is basically the pack of slime, which I'm not going to open. And yes, let's open this. You can see a really nice illustration of you know, baby beta, I think. So let's cut this open with my pair of trusty scissors. Alright, let's have a look at this. Let's see what we are getting this time. Just pour the contents up. Oh, we are getting a Kronosaurus, which is cute. Of course, we have to pop in the tail. Just pop it right in. Yep, super adorable. Let's place the Kronosaurus right here. And what does it say about the Kronosaurus? Meat-eating bull, we are very sure of that. Personality trait, calculating, carefully sizing up her prey before striking. Awesome. So this is the Kronosaurus, okay? I almost said Akylosaurus. Kronosaurus for you guys. Okay, let's move on to other figures. Before we take a look at our last Pyroraptor, let's take a look at this. Have you guys seen my review on the latest Hunt and Chomp Tyrannosaurus Rex? I think this is quite a cool figure. It is basically from the Dino Tracker series. So check this out, guys. When you press this button right here, okay, it will actually move its neck to the right as well as to the left. Let's try this again. And when it's moving, it actually goes into this little chomping action, which looks very, very cool. And what I like so much about this figure is that the patterns on his body is really nice. It is the first time we are seeing some stripes on a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and this color scheme is kind of like refreshing. And I love the fact that they have actually added some very faint black patterns across the entire body. Very nice figure, and of course it comes with the tracking gear, which makes it look kind of cool. But I definitely prefer my figures without tracking gear, to be honest with you. Okay, next up, let's have a look at shall we take a look at some of the prehistoric marine reptiles collections, shall we? Let's do this. Okay, one recent prehistoric marine reptile is actually known as the Akylosaurus. I've forgotten to bring my figure down from level 2 Jurassic World Melons, which is why I'm using this one, which is still in this box. I have two of them, Akylosaurus. This has got to be one of my most favorite figures released this year. So Akylosaurus, it's a kind of plesiosaur, and it's known as the thin plate lizard. You can see it has a very long neck, which allows it to catch its prey really easily like fish, and 4 flippers, which allows it to swim really fast. And right here we have two Mosasaurus, which look very similar to the Dakosaurus, but they are actually much larger than the Dakosaurus. So Dakosaurus is actually quite small. It's just about 4.5 meters long, which is about, you know, double or triple the length of a human being. Okay, Dakosaurus. And right here we have the Liopleurodon. If I'm not wrong, this is actually from the Raw Striker series. And Liopleurodon is basically known as the smooth-sided teeth. Yep, that's right. And this is the Kronosaurus from the Wild Raw series. I love this figure because you guys know what? It has metallic paint over the eyes. I think this is a very, very cool figure. Of course, you're able to rotate this. So yep, I'm very happy that we actually have added another prehistoric marine reptile, Dakosaurus, to our collection. Should I be displaying this along with the Liopleurodon and the Kronosaurus, or should I be displaying it with, you know, the danger packs and the strike attacks? Let me know down below. Alright, next up, let's take a look at the figure which is hidden right behind the T-Rex. We have the latest Pyroraptor. I think this paint scheme is very refreshing. Okay, if you take a look at the back of the box, it's basically the same. So this color scheme reminds me of the color scheme of a parrot, or rather the macaw. So you can see it has like yellow feathers as well as dark turquoise blue feathers on top. The head is painted with some really dark shade of a navy blue, I think. And you can find some really nice white splashes of highlights across the eyes region. Yeah, so overall I think this color scheme is very refreshing. It looks like a parrot, a bird, that's for sure. And yeah, you guys may want to scan this in your Facts app. Just pause the video and scan this in your Jurassic World Facts app. Let's do this as well. Right, let's scan this. Okay, you need some time to... Sometimes it doesn't focus. Yeah, there you go. Pyroraptor, new one. Very, very cool color scheme. Definitely reminds me of a modern day bird. And these are some facts. It basically weighs the weight of a dog, a German Shepherd, I suppose. Can be found in this region, which I think is Europe, part of Europe, if I'm not wrong. And let's try the AR feature very quickly. Alright, let's scale it down so that you guys are able to see. Let's rotate it. Beautiful, awesome looking figure. Alright, let's do a very quick comparison with other Pyros. Alright, now let's take a look at the other 3 Pyroraptors right here, okay? This is basically the extreme damage version, which is probably my most favorite one because of this mechanism right here. But you can see the injury very clearly because the color is actually quite similar to its body. The other two, as what you can see right here, are the common figures with no mechanism or sounds or anything. It's basically quite basic in terms of the figure, but I like this one quite a lot because it actually has some really nice highlights right here. This looks like pink, and overall these two figures are pretty cool. So far we have 4 different Pyroraptors in our collection. Alright, now let's quickly take a look at the other fierce changers from the set. Okay, so right here we have a Giganotosaurus that can be transformed into a... I can't remember, guys. Do you guys remember? Let's try this. Let's try to transform one of it. I wouldn't be transforming every single one of them. Oh, it's the Pseudoceratops. I wouldn't be transforming every single one of them because it actually takes quite a lot of time. But, you know, just to show you guys, in case that you guys have not seen this before. So let's just try one. Okay, let's just try one. I think it's gonna be really fun. Okay, let's close this first. It's actually very easily done. It's much easier than the previous one that you can, you know, this T-Rex right over there. It's much easier. And of course, you are able to push this right back, close the claws, and oops, push the other claw out first before you close it. Okay, for the other side as well. So there you go. So this is actually easily transformed. Very cool little Pseudoceratops. Can just pull this back up. She looks really nice. So this is actually part of the Fierce Changer series. So the Fierce Changer series basically focus a lot on the different transforming figures. We also have a Baryonyx right here, which can be transformed into, let me see, I can't remember, a Parasaurolophus. We can probably transform 1 or 2 more later on, but just want to quickly show you guys a quick glimpse. This has got to be the other one, which is pretty cool. Indoraptor that can be transformed into a Brachiosaurus right here. The head is actually right here, hidden right inside. Let me just show you one more before we move on to other stuff. You can also find this, which is the Stegosaurus. And the Stegosaurus can be transformed into a Kronosaurus. Let's just transform this into a Kronosaurus because I want to display it as a Kronosaurus, that's for sure. I prefer it, to be honest. So let's try this. Yep, easily done, but the arms of the carnivores doesn't look very realistic, that's for sure, guys. So let's push this one up, this one as well. So there you go, very nice little Kronosaurus figure right here. And of course it's able to stand pretty stable. Yeah, it is pretty stable, which is kind of cool as well. So let's just place this right at the back. Okay, let's take a quick break, give you guys some updates. Okay, so on Saturday you are going to take a look at this new set, Jurassic Park 30th anniversary, that features a new T-Rex, a new Velociraptor, and a new Dilophosaurus. The Dilophosaurus is actually a new sculpt that has never been created by Takara Tomy, so it is the first Dilophosaurus, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's move on and take a look at other figures right now. Let's go. Alright guys, let's continue with our Akylosaurus collection. I've brought 2 Bumpies right here. This one is the younger Bumpy. You can see the eyes are actually much larger. And this one is a slightly older, still a very young Akylosaurus. And finally, this one is basically the fully grown Bumpy. Okay, it's a Wild Raw Camp Cretaceous figure, which is pretty cool, I would say. Okay, this is not a Wild Raw, this is a Raw Attack, if I'm not wrong. And this one is actually quite an old figure. Very cool figure from the previous Jurassic World movie. The 2015 one is from Hasbro. Of course, it doesn't look as good as the Akylosaurus that you see right now, but still a very cool one, that's for sure. Okay, let's take a few more look at a few more Akylosaurus right here, guys. Okay, we do have this one right here, which is, you know, a minifigure from a couple of years back. Here's another different version. And this one is another one. So these 3 are basically using the same sculpt, that's for sure. But this time they've actually released another one, which is softer in material. which is very cool. And of course, we have some Camp Cretaceous ones, that's for sure. Very cute and adorable. I like the metallic version, that's for sure. Okay, let's move on back to other prehistoric marine reptiles. What do we have right here, guys? Plesiosaurus, which is a plesiosaur, and I can't remember the name. Oh, it actually means the near lizard, if I'm not wrong. So we have 3 of them. Check this out. This one is the battle damage, which is my most favorite one. I love the battle damage figures, that's for sure. Okay, and this one, it's the savage strike. As you can see, once you press it, the flippers will move. And this is another one, which is the first one, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Okay, so these are basically some of the prehistoric marine reptiles. I think we still have 2 more, which are semi-aquatic. Nothosaurus right here, which can be seen in Camp Cretaceous. We also have the Tanistrophes. So both of them were rumored, okay, I wouldn't say rumored, they are both claimed by the paleontologists that they are able to live both on land and water, which is kind of cool. Okay, let's move on to our last prehistoric marine reptile. How can we forget about the Mosasaurus? So we have a couple of Mosasaurus figures in our collection, that's for sure, but I'm not going to bring every single one and show every single one of them. Just brought one of the latest one, which is a ocean protector. Quite a cool figure, I would say. Love this. There's a bit of dust right here. I definitely need to clean this one up, that's for sure. Right, let's move on to more Pyroraptors. What do we have right here? We have a wild pop-up, which is a super adorable one. And right here, we have a mini micro collection Pyroraptor, which was added to our collection a couple of months back. It's considered a new one, I would say. And of course, the basic 12-inch figure, which looks really nice. And speaking of 12-inch figure, there is a new Herrerasaurus 12-inch basic figure to be released soon. So I'm kind of looking forward towards that as well. Okay, and here are some minifigures. This is basically from the captive collection. This is from Takara Tomy, one of the best ones out there that you can find. The sculpt is incredible. You can see every single feather nicely crafted. Love this. I actually think this is the best Pyroraptor figure so far that we have in our entire collection. And these 2, which are the rare ones from the captive collection, we have the Ambo translucent Pyroraptor. We also have the metallic red Pyroraptor, which is supposedly to be quite rare. Okay, so this is all I've brought for the Pyroraptors. We're just left with a couple more figures for me to go through. What do we have right here? Yes, Akylosaurus collection. So this came in just nice. But let's transform this into a let's see what this actually transformed into, because I can't remember it myself as well. So let's try to transform this. I think it's a T-Rex. Should be a T-Rex. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, but it is a T-Rex. So we actually have like 2 T-Rex, that's for sure, I think. Oh my goodness, why is it not closing well? I always face this issue. Perhaps we have actually rotated to the wrong side, which is why it's not able to close very well. So let me just try this again. Perhaps, let's see. Perhaps, wait a minute, guys. Yeah, sometimes it's really hard to transform it. Okay, let's try this direction. Maybe this direction will work better. Yep, there we go. Nicely done. So these are the arms of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Let's just do it this way. You have to pull out the claws. So there you go. A pretty cute looking Tyrannosaurus Rex. Of course, these figures are not like super aesthetic looking, I would say. A lot of people actually commented that they look bad, but I think this is actually quite fun. Yeah, kids will love to play with these figures, that's for sure. So that's the T-Rex that we have. Here's another one, so let's transform this into an Akylosaurus. To be fair to the Akylosaurus, okay? Let's do this. So we can actually display one as an Akylosaurus and one as a T-Rex. That would be quite nice. So let's try this. Okay, I think we got it the wrong way. The head should go in first. Why is it not closing? Okay. Why is it not closing? Well, yeah, it's kind of tough to actually transform all of these figures, to be honest. Okay, like this. Okay, I think we got it the wrong way. The tail have to go in first. Probably. Oh dear. Right, so this one, let's display it as an Akylosaurus. Let's try this. Let's fold in claws. Yeah, it's not easy to get, you know, the legs like aligned properly, because some of them are, you know, if you don't align it properly, it doesn't really stand very well. You can actually do this. Kind of weird, but I think it works as well. So that you can actually stand properly like this. Stand flat to the ground. Looks kind of cute if you put it this way. So Akylosaurus right here. Okay, speaking of Akylosaurus, we are just left with the Akylosaurus. So I got this one, which is the roaring ball, and it doesn't seem to be working anymore. So it can be quite disheartening, because I do have quite a number of figures with some. Very first Rory ball, which also doesn't seem to be working. So majority of my Rory balls aren't working in terms of what about yours, guys? Let me know down below. And we are just left with a couple of Akylosaurus figures to go through. So here are some boxes, that's for sure. This one is from the hatchling set. This one is from the Jurassic World set. And this one is from the captive collection as well. We got this recently, and I have no idea why they actually stuck one of these magnets right here to make it like a huge magnet. There's no need for that, I feel. Okay, this one is from the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary set. This one is from the Jurassic World Dominion set. If I'm not wrong, this one is from Cretaceous. I'm not too sure, I can't really remember, but yeah. Just a couple of Akylosaurus left. Micro collection, which is quite rare, I would say, in my country at least. This is the Happy Meal figure. One fast fact, okay? So Akylosaurus is a very, very tough armored dinosaur. The bones inside the entire body are actually fused together. They're like no gap and stuff. You know, forming a very, very tough armor. So this is why it's known as the fused lizard. The only way to actually like defeat the Akylosaurus is basically to attack its teeth. Because the rest of the body is covered with armor, like what you have seen from Jurassic World Dominion, is basically almost impossible for any predator to actually attack the Akylosaurus on, you know, on its body, the tail and stuff. So basically they can only attack it by attacking its head, and it would take like a huge dinosaur to defeat it, that's for sure. So right here is Zoom Rider, and our last one is actually a little finger puppet we got from you know, Japan. So yeah. Last one, it's basically the Tekaratobi Akylosaurus. I think this is okay. Do you have any other figures? I don't think so. So what I'm gonna do next is that I'll be giving you guys some updates of what's coming up next, okay? So in our next video, you will see this one, okay? This is basically our new unboxing. I'll also be unboxing this the Triceratops, which is fantastic. Very soon you'll be able to see this, okay? This is a mechanical arm baryonyx. Very soon, probably next Tuesday. So stay tuned for that, okay? What's next? Alright, and welcome back to the Monster Island room again, because on Saturday I'll be showing you guys the Super Colossal, not Super Colossal, the Hammond Collection Brachiosaurus once again, as well as the Super Colossal Indoraptor. Do you guys know that I'll be releasing our very own Dan Surprise plush figure very soon, okay? The figure is actually out, but I'm waiting for the rest to arrive, and we will be releasing it sometime in October. You know, just in time for you know, your Christmas and stuff like that, okay? So Saturday's video is going to be super epic, so stay tuned for that. I will see you guys in the next video, okay? Goodbye.